I, Tata CAMARA Cisse.
Nte Tata CAMARA Cisse.
Nte Tata CAMARA Cisse.
Do swear that.
Mben kalila ko.
Nte minan kalila ko.
I'll speak the truth.
Mbe toñale fola.
Mbe toñale fola min ketan na jam.
The whole truth.
Toña dammang.
Toña dammang.
And nothing but the truth.
Alunte fem fola mem manke toñati.
Nte fem fola min manke toñati.
So help me God.
Woto alama alayendema.
Alama alayendema.
Good morning, Madam CAMARA Cisse. Welcome to the TRRC.
Council ko isama Madam CAMARA Cisse ibe bismillah TRRC.
Thank you very much for taking the time to make yourself available to the Commission.
Ako inumbara bake wairi ye watota kasong kana lo commission nyatilingula.
We met this morning, so you know that my name is Horeja Balagay.
Ako mbentale nyin somanda ya lonko ntomu Horeja Balagay leti.
I will be asking you questions this morning on behalf of the commissioners.
Ntelebe nyininkaro la bi commissioner lu toya la nyin somanda.
As you know, there is interpretation currently into Mandinka, as well as other local languages.
Akwairi ya lonko kanna soro be ke kanne ka fo Mandinka kamuta nin kankote ngulu na banko kanguluto.
Therefore, when you and I speak, we must allow a few seconds in between our speeches to ensure that we don't overlap.
Ako woto nibe diamala isi ilamwe hanfo nate akangoji dorong ye secondanta diala yena di jabiroke pour nyin kamala alla kumulu kana sele nyokan.
So please take your time to answer my questions and feel comfortable.
Ako woto isila wato ta puruka ala nyininkaro lu jabi adun isi si nyama mensike ye dahati.
This session will take an hour and a half.
Ako na nyinsi folo abe montoro watikilin nin talante moletala.
However, if you need a break at any point, please do not hesitate to ask.
Ako bari wo nyawnyandi ni lafta ini jila wati men kay dedu mande wala ke fonyonding kana hani min nyininkaro ke drong.
I will ask you very few questions about your background.
Aka be nyininkar dantala itafango mumune itelom jumati ikomo bura isewolon ko itelom kariti.
We will talk a bit about your political affiliation and your political activities.
Mbedia mula ete ibe politiko fanna jumale la aning ikamenta mandi politiko la karola.
And we will also talk about the human rights violations that you suffered.
Alum mbedia mula fanang hadama ya nyanta tinyalu mennu ketela mbedia mula ulu fanan la kuolale.
And then we will conclude with a few questions about the impact that this has had on you and your family.
Bitumbe kumobal na dame mafangola wo bata yemen taki wo kolea ay munesi itela baluoma ila baluo kono aning ila dimbayalo ay mune la wolukan.
Can I proceed with my questions?
Ako woto fasi nyininkaro damutano bang.
Thank you very much. Can you please tell us your full name?
Ako ito fango fonyeng ito ni kontong.
Ntomu Tata CAMARA Madam Cisse leti Janjambure.
My name is Tata CAMARA, Madam Cisse from Janjambure.
Chairperson UDP la mobilizer, women mobilizer.
I am the UDP women mobilizer.
CRD.
Of the CRD.
Can you tell us when you were born?
Afonyeng iwuluta sanjumale.
Man san oron kat wotu montel ba manuel wotu mo wote kere mbari sanjita woron se o sile.
I do not know the year because our parents at that time, they would not have the recordings, but I can tell you that I am up to 60 years.
Can you tell us what your current profession is?
Afonyeng sayenteng nyintembeng eteka mun doku fason neke.
Sayente muka doku ke dal kat ka brim preso e mutani sembole ma e ko ngan hakilo tilo anin kima. Sayento nka senole ke barsay muka doku ke no amunta na fonko nastale.
I am not doing any work today now. Since I had blood pressure, I was advised to stay away from sunshine and fire. So I am not doing anything at the moment.
You've told us currently you're the chairperson of the UDP, sorry, and the women's mobilizer within the Central River region. Is that correct?
Ako yenyum fanyanko itela musol la siran tioti janjambure tundo kan andung itela fana musol la kolu kumben nati wo tundo la fodum wala mto nyati bang.
Ha wala to nyati.
Yes, that is the truth.
Prior to becoming a member of the UDP, were you a member of any other political party?
Ako janni be dunna UDP party okono. Fodum itarta party dole kono mensike politique party oti.
PPP Women's Council.
I was at the PPP as Women's Council for 33 years.
Can you tell us how you moved from the PPP to the UDP? What led you to join the UDP?
Ako wata fanyang muna kita bota PPP kana UDP aning meya sabu hanfo ya patiolu faling.
Kabrin jawra fonyo ndi. Kabrin UDP patiolota. De kurosam na honorable kadi makati dun mimbiyan yaki alaji julaba sabure iko electoral fonse ke UDP sirantioti.
When Jawara was retired, when and the UDP came into existence, they both color notes and the UDP members who were here brought it to our elder, our MP, Alaji Julaba, and they came and they asked me to join.
Do you recall when you joined the UDP?
Since the UDP was established.
And at that time, did you hold the same position that you hold now, which is women's counselor responsible for mobilizing women?
Akobiri dunta palaso membebul fahanimbi wole bebulu ba musolla ko kumbenna be palaso mento saim fo ya damuta wole laba
ani otumo meta palaso tele natan ke nyendo faram palaso di UDP la chairman.
No, I was in another place position before I was given this position.
Can you tell us what that position was?
Ibe palace jumale follow tunu janni yeke musol la ko kumbe nati janni be kala mobilisati
gembe chairman le sate chairman.
I was the village chairman.
Do you recall in 2001, meaning the year when the second presidential elections were held, do you recall what position you had at that time?
Ako foi hakilo ba kan 2001 sango kono wotumo president carte fayo binala foi hakilo ya mutale wo tembo ibe mun wo palace kilingol to bang
no palace kilingol.
Yes, I was in the same position.
Which would be the village chairperson for the UDP, is that correct?
Ako wala mnyinti ko etelom sate wala siranti otinu wotumo fodum wala beke ibe palace to nu wotumo bang
no palace to wotumo.
Yes, I was in that position at that time.
And so you were representing the UDP in Janjanbureh, if I'm correct?
Ako woto etelebe lori nu UDP Janjanbureh sate ba kono fodum ibe abewo nyale bang
abewo le nyama fana meloro wala to.
Yes, I was representing the UDP.
Did anything happen to you during that period as a result of your membership of the UDP?
Ako foku ketela le bang wotumola mense kenyintiko ila taro UDP wala ya sabu wo ko ketela foi hakilo ya male bang
anataro UDP wala o sabu.
Yes, my being in the UDP caused that.
Can you tell us what happened?
Afonye woto mune ketela wairi ko ila taro UDP wala yo sabu mune ketanu
I was in the rice field working, and one day, because farming is my occupation, that's what I used to sustain my family. At that time, my kids were small. I took to farming and sewing, and I taught my children all of that. The name is one of my daughters was coming up. I used to go early to the rice farms in the morning at a place called Tubu. I said to myself, before the naming ceremony will come up, I will plant all of that rice field. So,
so one day I saw one of my children coming towards me in the rice field.
And she said to me, the police are asking for you to go to the house and answer them. I said to her, me? And she said yes. So I got up. I went back to the house. I found a policeman there. His name is Kemo. He said to me, Major Bojang said you should go and answer. I said to him, okay, go, I will be coming. He said to me, I have been instructed not to leave you behind. I said to him, but my whole body is with mud. How can I go like this without taking a bath? He said to me, well, I was instructed not to leave you behind. Then I said to him, well, sit down, wait for me, let me take a bath. So I washed my hands and my feet. I took one of my abaya shirt, dress, and put on it, and took my scarf, and I went along with him to the station.
If I may just interrupt you, Madam CAMARA Cisse. I want to ask you a few questions before you tell us what happened when you left with the policeman. You told us that at the time you were in your rice field.
Yes.
Do you recall if this incident occurred before or after the presidential elections in 2001?
It was before the presidential elections.
And do you recall if it was the rainy season or the dry season?
It was during the rainy season.
And do you recall if it was at the beginning of the rainy season or towards the end?
It was the month before August, around the 12th.
July 12th.
So July 12, 2001, correct?
July 2001 sango folembang.
Yes, that was the day they came to pick me up at the rice field.
You said it was a policeman called Kemo.
His name is Kemo, yes.
Do you know if he has any other name apart from Kemo?
No, I do not know whether he has another name or his surname, what his surname is, but I know that he is married to a native of Makati, but we all know him by Kemo.
And this police officer Kemo, was he based at the Janjanbureh police station or was he based somewhere else?
Kemo meng ikala kumo foteng abedu kola nu wutumo Janjanbureh police kordale to bang fodung abutanan bantalale kana Janjanbureh.
Abe Janjanbureh police station also.
He was at the Janjanbureh police station.
You mentioned that the police officer Kemo came to summon you to go and answer Major Bojang. Who was Major Bojang at that time?
Akoy nyum foko o police nata ay nyina foyen ko ete danku Major Bojang na akotu mo jumalo Major Bojang ti
na commissioner telemo na commissioner ti Major Bojang.
He was our commissioner, Major Bojang.
So he was the commissioner of Janjanbureh, correct?
Ako utumo wole dum Janjanbureh commandant tinumbang folemba.
Ha wole Janjanbureh commandant.
Yes, he was the commissioner for Janjanbureh.
And as far as you know, did he have any other name apart from Major Bojang?
Ako itela londo to fay todo sotole bang ka commandi men Major Bojang kola.
ndam todo soto wala ngam mejo bujan to ngawle lon kati ka kili wala wotumo kati wotumo nte bukata commandant kunda bare konte opposition lati.
I do not know him by any other name, or the only name I knew him by was Major Bojang, and that's the name that he was called by. At that time, I never go to the commissioner's residence because they said I was an opposition member.
So the police officer summoned you while you were working in your field and asked you to go with him to see Major Bojang. Tell us what happened after that.
Ako poliso nyinate no ma ako yete dankung woke moto ako bitung ye utumo bela faroto ibota je tata ya tara suoko no altata so kola muneketa
tumo kabira mfutata to wona kuluji ba en samba Major Bojang inspector makati janjambura atam ayentam minata ta police jana Major Bojang commandant kunda.
When we arrived, they took me to the office of Major Bojang.
When I arrived, the policeman took me to somebody called Kulujiba, who took me to the commissioner's office at that time.
And did you say that Kulijiba was the inspector, an inspector at the time, or did I not understand that?
Ako wo Kulujiba me yafo wolem inspector tinung wotembo bam fodung aketanyadile.
Wole marta station atele inspector atele marta jela.
He was the inspector in charge of the station.
So can you tell us what happened?
Between silango be kola afonye mune keta bringal tata kumandangkunda.
Abin tata kumandangkunda.
When we got to the commissioner's office,
Jombo yanko nyetelem tata CAMARA tibang.
Major
Bojang asked me if I was a TATA CAMARA. I said to him, yes, I am the one. He said to me, what surprises me about your issue? Each time I open any document at the commissioner's office here, I see your name, TATA CAMARA, and this has been since the time of Jawara. Why is it that I don't usually see you coming here to follow Yaya Jammeh? Because all the statements in these documents are saying good things about you, your good works during the time of Jawara. But why is it that I do not always see you coming and following Yaya Jammeh? He asked me, what is your problem? I said to him, my problem, listen to me and I shall tell you. When Yaya Jammeh took over the country, he said that he did not want Jawara, especially the people that worked with him. And I have been a councillor of Jawara for 33 years. So where do you think I should position myself now in this situation? I said to him, this is the reason why I am not following Yaya Jammeh. So I sat down and I comported myself until UDP was established. They took colonels from Kombo here and it met me in Makati. And they said to me that they wanted me to become the UDP chairperson. I looked down and I looked up. I was not the only one in the community, but because of the honor they gave me, and I took that honor. So Major Bojang said to me, so can you not leave where you are and join the APRC? I said to him, I do not vomit and at the same time lick it. I am a true-born. People know that I'm a black person. So they will not come around and see me to be someone who is fair in complexion. It will be almost death for me. He begged me. He said to me, well, let me release you now because here the whole community is out here. they will now begin to say that here, Major Bojang has arrested Tata.
Akonye ko bari mine yale.
He said to me, but I will come to your house.
Nkai mina yamunala.
I said to him, why will you come to my house? For what reason?
Akonye mina hada bari yani kachala.
He said to me, I'll come there just on humanities purposes and for us to have a discussion.
Nkai ni mina ya APRC wala hani man na ya.
I said to him, well, if you're coming to my house on issues of APRC, you better not come.
The UDP.
As for me, UDP.
And in fact, UDP le bembade and came abelula for UDP na sect na fonko na leader ina inambade.
I said to him, even if I died, it is the UDP that is going to bury me. I said to him, do not come to my house if it is the issues of the APRC that you want to talk about. Don't come to my house. So he released me. He was the one that took me with his vehicle and drove me to my home. I was there up to 3 to 4 the 4th days.
Sorry to interrupt you, Madam CAMARA Cisse. I just want to make sure it's clear. So what you've told us is that a police officer came to summon you to go to the governor's office in order for him to ask you about politics.
Britate danku fanang ifutata je inata ye diamundi kumo mena wole mnyinte ay diamundi politiko kunyal.
Another person who was present at that meeting was the inspector of the police station of Janjangbure, Mr. Kuli Jiba, is that correct?
Akofo police mo fanantarta wo diamudu lato memu inspector ti wo police kordato je ekafo me ye Kuli Jiba faketa wole nyama bang.
Kabra imfutandi atatatale.
When he took me to the commissioner's residence, he left back to the station.
And so when Major Bojang couldn't convince you to join the APRC, he released you because he thought that people would believe that you were arrested.
Akobiri Major Bojang diamute anataje ko ameyele mandino anate bula le puru yesai katu ayaje ko molu nataje wala na akwa bula yesai.
Yes, that was what happened.
So after this meeting, you went home.
Yes, I went back home.
And you were telling us that about 3 days later, something else happened. Please proceed.
The third day and the 4th day, the police came to pick me up again. The police that came to pick me up, I did not know the person's name because Kemo did not come. He was not on duty that day. They came to me and said, sit down. I sat down there for almost 1 hour. Then I saw a vehicle come and stop, and then people alighted, NIA. I had my child with me. The child was breastfeeding. That was my last born. So when I saw someone alight, I don't know the person's name. I do not also know if they are NIA. He got into Inspector Jiba's office. So I heard they were pushing and pulling, tussling. I heard him saying to these people, you have called me, but this one is having a baby who is suckling, and there is no law that says that you could arrest someone who was suckling a child. At that time, my baby was 1 year, 1 month old. So Mambure said to him, if you do not remove this woman out of this place, you will have a problem, because if you don't remove this woman from this community, UDP will always survive. Because she's a stalwart of the UDP and she has followers behind her, and whatever she says, people listen to her. But the one that came to pick me up said to them, but this one has a child with her. Juba took the child from me and they made the child to sit by the veranda.
Omar Mambure tatana marsedala.
Omar Mambure?
Tatana marsedala. Mna marsedala.
Went to the market, near the market.
Yeah.
Ako momo la momo dalta alburi ya tatina nyinsata kono koten. Police fata tep.
Omar Mambure told the crowd that whoever is related to this woman, go and bid farewell to her because she will never return to this village again or this town again.
Police station.
So people converged at the station. They put me inside a vehicle. So when they put me inside the vehicle, other members of the UDP who were around called Usenu Dabo. They said to him, your chairperson is being brought over. The NIAs have come to collect her. When we got here, it was 3 p.m. I found people standing there. So they now dispersed all of those people, chased them away. So when I alighted, the NIA, I saw one elderly person there. I do not know him, but I heard him being called Baba. So they brought me down.
So, Madam Cisse, before we get to the point where the NIA transported you from Janjanbureh elsewhere, I want to ask you a few questions.
Ako Madam Tata, between Janning NIA Ulie Bondi Janjanbureh ke nati nang, alafte nyinin kala kumadanta na follow.
You told us that 3 days after the conversation at Major Bojang's office,
enyum fonyen ko tili saba ini Major Bojang na kachakola til nani njangolong inate kam.
Another police officer who you don't know came to arrest you.
Police dole nate noma menni o police folota kilinti wole ye bondi ila suokono pro alieta.
You said this police officer took you to the Janjanbureh police station.
Ikonyim police o wole samba Janjanbureh police kordato.
At that stage, did the police officer tell you why he was arresting you?
Ako tembo police o menate kama ke samba foya fwenni ibe samba kandalilo men kamba.
Ima fwenye nyinyi nkalenga muneke kwenye nifutara station ibalon nale.
They did not tell me. I inquired from them, what have I done? And they said to me, when we get to the station, you will know.
Who did you go to the station with? You mentioned a 1-year-old baby, your baby. Did you go with anyone else apart from your baby?
Ako fay in mosoton tale ni mentata nyola station to kato nyim foko sanji killing kari killing dindingo le bebulo kono wutumo fomo do soton tale fanambang ni mentata nyola police station.
Mosoton mi yembayndi ngoto ma yembayndi Silfo Suleiman Haidra yembayndi barbi wote balurin Silfo Haidra.
There was also another person, Silfo Suleiman Haidra, my elder brother. He came, he followed me, but he's late now.
And so you went to the Janjanbureh police station, and you mentioned that you were left to sit there for 1 hour, and then a car came with officials who you believe were from the National Intelligence Agency.
Ako ye samba Janjanbureh police tumo mena ye sindi jela han fo montoro wati killing wo kola lo moto nata na molu jita kono andu ya mutako mu NIA la molleti.
Yes.
You mentioned an Omar Mambure.
Ako Omar Mambure tofo.
Was he one of the people who came with the vehicle that you said had NIA officials?
Ako fate fanambe o moto kilingole kono meye o NIA do kulalu nati jebang.
Utumatele mu NIA ti Makati.
At the time, he was the NIA at Makati.
He's the person who sent my name to the NIA headquarters in Banjul, but he was stationed in Janjanbureh at that time.
So when you arrived at the station, you met him as well as Kuli Jiba, who was the station officer of Janjanbureh.
ako biri ifuta biranata aliyenyo tara janjambule police station to je yate nin kulu jibale jo nyola bang station to je
ngate nin kulu jibale je ani Musa Sise.
I saw him on Kulujiba and Musa Sise.
Musa Sise was a prison officer at the time.
And you said at that point it became clear that the reason for your arrest was they wanted to sideline you because you were the UDP chairperson. Is that correct?
Ako tembo yanyumuta kuniaje ilafite mutala ilafite jenkendira karala le katu yaje ko itemu UDP la mo bambandi muleti je fodu abe nyale bang
ya ko ni muta inji hadi ko be lanka bebala UDP le ngata APRC ko neba.
Well, they thought that if they arrested me and made my life difficult for me, I would leave the UDP to join the APRC. But I said to them, never.
Do you recall which one of them said that you should be arrested because you're from the UDP?
Ako foi hakilo ya mutale bang jumale ko inyante mutalale katu itabe UDP le.
Ate Omar le afa ko nima muta UDP te ni muta do UDP be ite APRC be sembo sotla bar nima muta nima muta UDP te sembo sotla ji. Ate Omar le.
It's the same Omar. He said to them, if I am not arrested, the UDP will not, the APRC will not be strong in the area. That if I was arrested, then the UDP will lose strength in the area. Because they wanted to make the whole of Makati APRC so that UDP will not exist in the community.
And that would be Omar Mambure, the NIA officer who was based in Janjangbure. Is that correct?
Akodu men ketao kumo folati wolem Omar Mambureti.
Omar Mambureti.
Yes, he is the same Omar Mambure. He is the one who used to make my life difficult there.
And then you said Omar Mambure himself called the NIA headquarters in Banjul, and then NIA's officers came, and then you were transported away from Janjangbure. Is that correct?
Akondu yenyum foko Omar Mambure wole kumakango kinang NIA la korda bato Banjul wole asabu molu bota jang menu tata je pour kate muta kenati.
Yes, that was what happened, and they took away my child from me who was suckling.
Who took away your child from you?
Akojumale dingo fango bondi bulo kono.
Ate Omar le asikani kulujibe dinu bondi mbulu kulujiba le amutamburka dinu bondi mbulu yasindi perankan.
It was Omar and Kulujiba. They took the child away from me and made the child to sit at the veranda.
Would that be on the floor?
Akondu ya sindi terolo to duma bang.
Ya sindi police station na perang kan.
They made the child to sit at the veranda of the police station.
You told us that the child was 1 month old at the time. Is that correct?
Ako yenyum fonyam ko dindi nyimu asiobe utumo karikilina wangamera nyinatale sanji killing karikilling.
Sanji killing ko karikilling ko sanji killing karikilling.
The child was
1 year, 1 month old.
So they would have just put the child on the floor just like that.
Ako to dindi sindi la perengo koto jele duma yo ya keke la wole nyama bang.
Ya keke la wole nyama ngoto makaba sikala ngoto ma fama kendea.
That was what they did, and my elder brother wanted to pick up the child, but they would not allow him. I was terrified.
My elder brother wanted to pick up the child, but he was not well at that time. But he was so shocked how they treated the child that he fell down on the ground. He fainted.
Do you know what happened to your child after that?
Ako fena talo ne menketela dinding la obe ko labang.
Minketa na dinding wala. Minketa.
What?
Manje moide.
Ako fo ina talo ne biriwo be botala mune nata ke idingo nyinna ye mem taybulu ka sindi preon koto.
Min nata ke ndiwona ta sasa bake Suleiman Haidara sirfo wol nata dina dino se gabula ay abulandi benso kono en koto ma abulandi je atata suwo kono mo UDP be atata suwo kono.
My child ended up being terribly sick, and it was Suleiman Haidara who picked up my child later and took her to my house.
But this is information that you only found out later, is that correct?
Ako walem kutiba nata ko nyin akola lo me nata bo kala mabang fulung.
Nata
kamna bua kala ma menketa fo aketa wala nyama bangu wairi ye dindingu tale ye ko ya samba na ila bunguto
ya sayni nan suwa kono ina tawto mo ina ta keke wol nyine ngo yalta keke wota biti ko to itata NTC woto ma be janjambure ata soma haydala bi ngali keke wolta ni ala yake nim fata fana mbadi usaju alkadi dindingu la.
When they were going, I told Suleiman Haidara that go and take some milk from the shop and make sure that my child has something to eat. Even if I die, my people will take care of the child who they took away from me.
That must have been a very painful experience for you, ma'am.
Ako wonata woketa wonyanta kela kudimindim baleti ite fe.
Do you need a few minutes?
Ako foybe solala minute dantan na bang puriye iniji wala yeda hadumandi.
You told us that the reason for your arrest, the reason that they gave you, was because they wanted to take you out or get rid of you as the chairperson of UDP.
Ilemuto ketanyin daliloti ko ilafte bondila UDP le yebo UDP parti okono fo wole mu daliloti bangi mutamenkan
wole mu daliloti ko ngama UDP manyinya UDP nyanta tala APRC le katite ye kumandan ko nakayto kadi wilindi jawra time e kante tole jide na doku nyanta tala APRC manyanta tala UDP ngoy fo neba fanim fata.
Yes, that was the reason, because each time they opened the documents at the commissioner's residence, they used to see what my good deeds were during the time of the PPP. So they thought that I was going to join the APRC, but I said to them, never.
At that time, while you were still at the Janjanbureh police station, did they accuse you of anything else?
Ako wato men ibe Janjanbureh police kordato je fodu yetu mi kudola le bang
do namanga UDP la ko man tumi fefenna.
I was not accused of anything apart from just the affairs of the UDP.
So you told us that that same day you were taken away from Janjanbureh police station by NIA officers. Where were you taken?
Ako nyum foko wulung kilingolom ye bondi Janjanbureh police station otuje ye fintindi je fo ye bondi je ke samba fo aketawle nyama bang
aketawle nyama dum kilingol ye modi jambe fo jantaran saba.
That was what happened. They brought me the same day, and when I got here it was 3 o'clock.
Where did they take you?
Ako ye samba minto le biral na tafali futata banyu
ye nati NIA le.
They took me to the NIA.
Would that be the NIA office in Banjul?
Ako wolem NIA la office to membe Banjul sate ba kono ba.
La office ba membe Banjul sate kono ha.
Their main office in Banjul. Yes, that was where they took me to.
Can you tell us what happened when you arrived at the NIA headquarters in Banjul?
Ako bitung afonyeng brief ta NIA la korda bato Banjul mune natake.
Kabiri fota NIA la korda bato kabiri yenjini mi yen samba yenjini aya sign ate TATA ako ila keba to mu baba ngamo ikafo baba nde ma dole bari nkafa ikafo baba na ta fay ko nyinde nyoje no la bi fo sama talan saba wato la ftaraja wato mina sama lo nabe nyojala.
When we arrived, the one who took me in signed, and so they handed me over to someone. I had him being called Baba. But Baba said that he could not see me immediately, and that I should wait until the following day, around about the same time that I have arrived today, that is 3 p.m.
Did you know who Baba was?
Ako fuyalo ne jumalem wo baba tibang.
Malum bar ngame wala muy la kebati ngamo ele baba nte malon de ngamo re ka fo baba matolo ngamo ka fay baba.
I do not know him, but I heard him being called Baba, and I suppose he must be their head.
So what happened after he said he would not see you that day?
Birako ate jela wolum fa samo minena takebitung.
Bu new do de ye wala yele.
There was one little room which they opened. There was a small chair there. They said that I should sit down there, and then they locked the door. I sat there until the following day, 3 p.m.
Ani la sala jonko to.
Even if I want to go to ease myself,
Ninga bunda konkon.
There was nowhere I could ease myself. Even if I knocked the door, before they reach me, sometimes I would be about to pee on myself. So,
when that happened to me, because sometimes I used to release some water from myself, which makes my my dress wet. So if I reach the toilet after easing myself, I'll put some water on my clothes so that I can have the chance to pray, because I used to pray.
You told us that you had a 1-month-old baby at the time. Were you breastfeeding?
1 year, 1 month. Ako fo yenyim foko dindin ne be bulu mensi obe sanji killing kar killing. Fo ba susundi kanne utumo bang.
Ba susundi kanne ha.
Yes, I was breastfeeding the child.
Ba susundi kanne.
I was breastfeeding the child.
Thank you for that clarification. So the child was 1 year, 1 month at the time.
Ako abaraka purka woto sene andi so dindin nyimbe nun sanji killing kar killing na utumo.
Ha.
Yes.
Can you tell us whether this affected you in any way, not being able to breastfeed your child?
Ako foi sa fonyen wo anate batandi nyado nyamale bang wairi be dindigole susundi kan wotumo.
Ay batandi le kadon sunjol be fatale ndil be kontinta foi be roke.
It disturbed me a lot because my breasts were filled until they were almost stony. I was not breastfeeding. So when it's time for me to breastfeed, I used to, my breast used to spill milk. Even if I tried to hold, it never stopped.
We can take a 5-minute break if necessary.
Would you
like to have a short break, Madam CAMARA Cisse?
Madam CAMARA Cisse, fue bela flale da ha demanding ndoro.
Let me just complete this statement I was making.
Please continue. You were telling us about the impact that not being able to breastfeed your child had on you.
Continue ya fonye wairi meding susundino we bata men sabu ma continue yo diamo to futan.
Nata fono be fono la dia yembule na be fono kan nata bunda ma kam fono e batandi.
So I was there vomiting. I was vomiting a lot. So I came and I knocked on the door almost 3 times, and I said to them, I'm dying. That was when they came and opened up the door. I was shaking and I was vomiting. I was shivering and vomiting. They said to me, are you sick? I said, I'm sick because I have a child that was separated from me and I don't know what is the reason. So they took me to their military hospital. At that time, there was no mobile phone. They were only handsets. So we went there and then they called this soldier, this doctor. It took a long time and they were talking. When they finished talking, he came and I saw him remove a syringe. That syringe, what I know it for was to inject donkeys. It's a big syringe. He said to me, raise up your dress, let me inject you, because you are infected with malaria. I said to him, you want to inject me with this syringe? He said to me, I'm conscious,
ngaje ka falol le pengu nyinna
and I know that it's donkeys that they use this ring to inject them with.
ndedum banke falol ndem khadaba di
And I am not a donkey, I'm a human being.
ndede pengu la nyinna
And I'm not going to be injected with this ring.
ko nye manke ndem ko be pengu le ko te pengu la
He said to me, you are ill and I want to inject you and you are resisting being injected.
kanyili e koli kabim fo e fama dan temamwe
I said to him, these people called you since 4. You think I did not hear them?
amunda ali en ko la e mbulo ne singol fanni
It's like you...
It's like that you called me to make my limbs paralyzed.
ko ndete pengu la
I said to them, I will not be injected with this.
ata boro bondi bor sifa fula kayto kono
So now they removed tablets, 2 kinds of tablets.
bari bori kilo ngabe findi not
But there is one medicine which was very darkish.
ko ndenyi minna
I said to them, no, I will not drink this one.
ko e bi nimbe fala altelle bem fala o ala
I said to them, today, if I am to die, you will kill me, oh God.
bari mfa bulotem fala
But I will not kill myself.
e paracetamol fana kije
So they brought paracetamol.
ngo sujo ko paracetamol nga kiline taw fanando
I recognized that as paracetamol, and so I took only 1 tablet.
nga kiliming
I took that and drank it.
nga o bori fiwani mboro to nga be fay
And so the blackish medicine and the other one, I threw them away.
Why did you do that?
Ako muna na yolu fay.
en secteur boro la katu nene man bori figo mo mi nyim fali pengo bonde akabe pengulala iman so ngayo boro bonde do abe findi ne nene ma boroje ngole akinna mami
I was suspicious of this blackish medicine because first of someone who brought a syringe which is used for donkeys wants to inject you with that and you reject that, then he brings blackish medicine and wants you to drink. No, I said to myself I was not going to take that.
Do you remember how long you were detained before that incident where you were taken to the military hospital?
Ako foi hakilo ya mutale ye wuce jelle ke siwala je hanfo wato men ibe sam wo sojar doctor bina purkeje
nga tili woro le kiye
I spent 6 days there.
ngole ke otumo nata sasa nata samba
That was when I fell ill and they took me to the hospital.
So after being detained for 6 days, you were taken to the hospital because of the impact that your detention conditions had on you.
Ako yo tiliworo menkije o tumole minata sasa katu yo taro menkije wole bataza ya sabu ani fi sasa ta
enke ay wole yake nan sasa katu yenke dami je susula bije
Yes,
dabo bije
that is the reason.
data kolo bije wol benkinna laranti je fe mantra je udeni ka kiri wole benna kala an fanna fano nimbata da siyon kan na fano le firang nga fe ne ngala semento kan wole nkurande.
Yes, that has been the reason because where I was, there were mosquitoes and I had to sit down, and when I am tired, it's my wrapper that I used to spread on the floor and lie down.
And apart from mosquitoes there were bed bugs and fleas which I saw inside the room and they were all biting me.
During those 6 days before you were taken to the military hospital, were you questioned by anyone?
Ako tilworo me yakje janning ibe sambalo loptano to fo mo do fanan soto tale mennata ke nyinin kabang
mo ma nyinin kay kabri yenki je kay mbula jele to.
Nobody questioned me when I was put in that room. They just left me there.
On the first day when you arrived at the NIA office in Banjul, you saw a Baba who you believe was in charge at the NIA.
Ako lum folo me ya ko futata je utumolo yenyi moje ka fo me baba me marata je la fo
wolu no ngaje.
Yes, that was the day I saw him.
Apart from that first day, did you speak to him again?
Ako lum folo ko la fo nana ta diamu le kota ke bang
Nana de wo so mon tata lumi na so mo talan saba.
Yes, the next day, 3 p.m.
Continue.
Ako si continue.
Mbiye wo kabri saba lobitani mbona lobitani ko tay yen dundi
So,
kabri yen dundi je.
we were there, so when they brought me back from the hospital, they took me back and put me in.
If I can just take you back, you said that you saw Baba again on the second day, meaning the day after you were taken to the NIA office in Banjul.
Ako nyum foko tilo fulanjang inata lumen asamo kota ke wuluno ye baba je janning biral futata banyunu janni bitalo tano do.
Can you tell us about your interactions with Baba on that day, the NIA boss at the time?
Wotumo ate Baba membije la mirot wire ko ila mirot atelem NIA la nyaton koti je ina la kul keta nyaadi le dia mo la karola bam fo ko kundi mentambite ina tema
na la kul keta dia mo la karola kunyo ko mambure ko wete president le neng we
spoke and he said to me, Mambure said that you insulted the president and that was recorded. I said to him, me? I asked them if they had any witness. He said to me, well, that is what he said and we have it on record. Then I said to him, well, if you have it on record, then play it, let me hear it, and I'll own up to it if I am the one.
Record man soto record man soto laftale ko pour que nati jang ni silandi ibe dami tema nyinya auto e ma nyinya UDP nyanda nyinya la TRRC le katu nyela doku buloje le nkaya nato dalilu la lembondi wala nati fojang bari nkale de sonoto dunia si fara ko fano neba ntita TRRC. He
said to me, there is no record. In fact, there is no record. We only wanted to bring you here and scare you so that you'll change your position. Where you are not looking nice there. You'll be better off in the APRC. And I said to him the same thing I told you at the station. Even if the world were to be torn apart as a rapper would, I will not change course.
And this was a conversation that you had with Baba, who you believe to be the NIA boss, and Omar Mambure, who was the NIA representative in Janjanbureh, or one of the NIA officers in Janjanbureh.
Ako bitong ko mem foten wala keta kuma kangolti inin NIA la nyaton ko mem fanin Omar Mambure me yalon ko atelem NIA la muti membe nun Janjanbureh.
Ni Baba le nyimfo nya ko nya kabiri ko ye record le nkai sai ala pule ngamoy.
Baba said this to me. When he said to me there was a record, I said to him, well, then play it. Let's hear it.
Can you describe Baba for us?
Ako foisi Baba kalango fono nyele bang.
Baba ke sutungle ma.
Baba is a short person.
Please continue. What was his complexion, for instance?
Ako continue ya fanyim abalo be nyadi le mo koyle mo finno.
Amamfing amanko imampata balolo.
He is not is fair in complexion.
Do you recall any other anything else about him?
Ako foi hakilo si kudo mutale kafa manko ya mamfing foi hakilo si kudo mutale bang ate Baba danya to Kenya to isi memfono.
Ngai kesu tonglo balusu do manni.
He's a short man and
and his complexion, he's not quite fair, but and he is not quite black too. He's in the middle.
I believe she said something about his size. Can you please ask? Sorry, did you say something about his size, ma'am?
Ako foy kuma fele abalo la waro Kenya to wala balamesen non fo balavalem.
Abalo ama wara bakede abalo kuleta domandi.
He's not too fat, but he's a little bit stocky.
Does the name Baba Saho ring a bell to you?
Ako fo tome ba fala Baba Saho.
I don't know his surname. I only heard him being called Baba.
Thank you for that answer and that clarification. You told us that you were taken to the military hospital. Where was the military hospital located?
State House dala.
It's near the State House.
You said that after you were seen by the doctor, you were taken back to the NIA headquarters. Is that correct?
Ako enyum foko biring inin doctor nyoje foka pare ye murundi NIA law dinkira kilingole to kota ke folemba.
So jar doctor kabiri na nyoje ye murundi to kota ye mfini ni bongo na ye ndundi obungu kona kota.
Yes, after seeing that military doctor, they took me back and returned me back to where I was detained earlier on.
You told us that you were detained in a small room. Do you know where within the NIA premises that room was located?
Ako enyum foko ye dundi bundingo le kono ye sorondame foi hakilo samane wala isa fono nyene wo bundingo be NIA la wo dinkira minto ma fanne.
As you get in by the left-hand side, that's where the small room is.
Do you know if this was in another building, or was it just when you entered the premises?
Ako wo bundingo abe bunba dole kono bang fodum je mu bundingo ba fayene lo
abe bunba dole kono.
It is inside a bigger building.
Do you know if that place was known by any particular name?
Ako fo esinyim fana lombang wo dinkira fo tobe jelale ka kumandi to façon men.
No, I did not cast my mind to that.
While you were detained there, were there any prisoners in the cell that you were in?
Ako ila taro je le muto kono je fodum mo dolu fanal bi je le mennu muta ini mennu sitara nyokanje.
In that room that I was the only person there, except with God.
For how long did they keep you detained at the NIA?
Yetili jelle mu meo beke NIA je briye samba je osilo.
Tili mu anin sabanga ole kije sabanyelu ne yen fintinde konye sinin karotili mu wanin nani ni bebula mfana ko ni ala sonta.
I was there for 23 days, and then they said to me, next tomorrow, by the grace of God, we'll release you.
So 6
o'clock suba. So the following morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, they came and opened up the door. So
I was released on the 24th day of my detention, and they told me, it was 6 o'clock in the morning, and they told me that tomorrow, now we are going to take you to Superbad.
During those 23 days, were you charged with any crime?
Ako tilimwani sabo me yakije foye tumi kuja ukela lebang.
Iman tumi ko purkabo UDP dron kata TRRC ko e foneba.
I was not charged. The only reason was that so that I would leave the UDP and join the APRC, and I said to them, never.
And you told us that this was before the elections. This was sometime in the month of July.
Yenyim fonyen ko nyinketa wato me wayatara quartier fayo manke folo aseke ko July karo konolem folemba.
Yalo mankaro nangamo ni mo fin karo ngolo lo ba karo malo mankaro mo election.
Yes, but I'm not literate, so I cannot tell you exactly, but I can tell you that that was before the elections.
During that time, were you allowed any visitors? Did you, for instance, have access to a lawyer or to any member of your family?
Akoy law muto kono foy molu sotole menu kane kumbabo menbe ko ibadi ngulu wala foy si ibula ini lawyer e nyoje fodum mo man soto fereng men nate jije
ni nate boka song ye moyenje muka finti namanke otil woron tata lopitano ko muka finti be odulale to foni lafta tala jonkon kono ndi fana jani mina lan sibunda fadi fadi itinda ni mina tuma non ka jonkon kem fannan seta jiota nga ndafan ko.
They never allowed anyone to see me, even if they come, except on the 6th day when I fell ill and I went to the hospital. Apart from that, I'm always inside. And even when I want to come out, I'll have to knock the door persistently before they come to open the door. And most times, I even pee on myself, and only to go to the bathroom and take water and rinse it. I get...
I don't even get wind inside the room there.
So that's something I wanted to ask you about, the ventilation, as well as whether the room was lit. Were you able to see anything while you were inside that room?
Akala ftenyi nkala bolale numfang fodung fonyo dundula be o bungula le bang
fonyo dunda kili
wo fodung lampo fanam bijele bang
ngata di bole kono.
There was only one little window where the air comes in, but the place was dark. It was not lit.
And you told us the only times that you were allowed out was on the occasions where they allowed you to use the restroom, as well as when you were taken to a military hospital during those 23 days.
Ako tilmuani saboko nenyem foko. Itela finto kake nyineti ni lefta tala jonkongola. Aning lume yesamba doctoro ya for aketa wala nyama
ha.
Yes, that is what it is.
What about food? Did they provide you with food during that time?
Akodomoro lum foi kadomoro dilale wo wato bang.
ibuka domor lunkine domor na badan sikata la yabo ni pirsine ya ten ko en far.
They never brought any food. There was only one day that they brought food, and I suspected the food was from the prison. So I said to them, no, I was okay.
Were you provided with anything, any kind of nourishment at all during those 23 days?
Ako tilimuan nin sabo kono so fo balu ko keta nyadi le tili ila karola ni ye balu soto nyadi le.
Mambalu soto gawle foye mambalu soto mbatata.
I had no feeding. I had no food. In fact, the day I was released, I wanted to speak and I got dizzy and I fell.
During that time, did you have were any of the NIA officers kind to you in any way?
Ako tilimuan nin sabo kono NIA do kulal fo hani mo killing man soto je. Mensi bala faye ay kukende keye ay hinela fo soto ndale bang
amanke.
No, it never happened.
Because because
I was constantly locked up inside, and how would anyone show you pity when you are not seen? It's only when you are seen that someone can show you pity.
And you told us when you were released on the 24th day, you were so dizzy that you fainted.
Yenyim fonyan ko lumme yebula tilimuan ni nani njang somanda juno me yebula iko wulung bataya kenle ifintita yinyaaye mining iboita fa keta wala nya
nyaay wo ngaaje wo tilimuan ni nani somanda nga singul nyaasje.
On the morning of the 24th, I saw single Nyas.
But
there was a distance between the two of us. But when I saw him, I could recognize him as single Nyasi.
He took up a bucket and went to the standpipe to get some water.
He draped his towel around his neck. He was dressed in a t-shirt. I said to him, single. I saw two men. I could not see their faces. God said, you speak the truth. But they had hoods over their heads. They came and they hit single on his neck. They hit him and the bucket fell. So they left me and they went to pick up a vehicle to take me. I saw him being taken to cell number 8.
Can you tell us who Shingle Nyasi was at that time?
Single Nyasi wotumo.
UDP.
He was the leader of the UDP youth wing.
Were you surprised to see him there?
It was a surprise, yes, when they left and said they were going to pick up a vehicle to take me to Superbad. At that time, that was where the boss used to stop.
And when you saw him, this was within the NIA premises, is that correct?
It was inside the NIA premises. I was on the left-hand side, he was at the right, but we did not know of each other's existence until that morning when I was being released.
You told us that you were surprised to see him there. Didn't you know that he was at the NIA premises before you saw him?
I
did
not know. I did not know.
Are you aware, prior to that incident, were you aware that of his whereabouts? Were you aware of his whereabouts?
Janning wo iba jela wo dinkirato wolung fodun yalo nawtumo abenun damimbang
ani nenema lon ko faya muta faya sambo dato nenema lon fam.
I never had any idea that he was arrested and taken to that place.
So you saw him there, and after you spoke to him, you said 2 masked men then hit him on his hand and on his back. Can you tell us what they hit him with?
Ako ikobiri yaje tumomena kumandiro keta. Yaje mufula meni e maskol dung ya lipa buloto aninga tongoto. So isa fono nye aketa nyadile wala ya lipa fenela bamfo ya lipa buloto.
ya fadiala.
They hit him with their hands.
Can you tell us what happened after that?
Afonye wobe kola mune natake.
Ya sambale phone number mfana yok terbes fanga ya je abulani number 8 katu fani ya phone buka la fiola.
So they took him to number 8. I followed them and I sneaked behind them and I saw with my own eyes that he's been taken to number 8.
Ibe fefe mpola si senea wala kena yok ta phone terbes ta phone fanga je abulani number 8 selo kon.
Whatever you say, it must be something that is very clear to you. That was why I sneaked behind them and I watched until I saw that he was taken and locked into the cell number 8.
Can you tell us where cell number 8 was located within the NIA premises?
Ako cell number 8 ya dundi obumu menkono abe NIA ulaw dinkira minto.
NIA le kotas fam trabi.
It is inside the NIA headquarters. It's there.
Can you tell us when you enter the NIA premises where you can find it? Was it on the right, on the left, or straight ahead?
Ako fo isa fono nyabe NIA ulaw korda minto mafane ni dunta ila suokono. Bulubale mfomara fo ke nyatiling adinkira. Bulubalo
kata min number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's by the right hand side. You pass number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
You told us that during those 23 days, and you were released on the 24th day, you were not provided with anything in terms of nourishment, and in fact you fainted. Can you tell us what happened after that?
Ako nyimfoko nyilu mansom balu iman domori dila wotilimu anin sabo kono waya sabu hanfo lumme yebula akendi inyaye minim foi boyta mune natake
mboyta to minda kabiri yen sama folo super ba e ngindi ye $200 bondi e ko nyela pason ko nyindu ko la pason ko malla falla ko dola e ko nyabarin telle ngete nati jam ite fa so nyaadi be sayla makati ko ko mitana patili da Useni Dabo abe paso dila na la bin sambala.
When they took me to Superbad, they gave me $200, and I asked them what was the money for. They said, this is your fare back to Janjambure. I said to them, I do not like you, I do not like your money. And they said to me, how would you be able to get back to Janjambure without fares? I said to them, I'm going to my party leader, Useni Dabo, to get fares back to Janjambure. They said to me, but we are the ones that brought you here, not Usenu. I said to them, well, but you brought me here because of Osenu's affairs. So therefore, I am going to Usenu. When I arrived, I knocked at the door, and the door was opened. My whole body was...
I was so sick that all over my body had pimples all over me, even in my mouth. There were pimples there. I was very, very sick when I arrived at Mr. Dabo's compound.
Can you tell us what happened when you arrived at Mr. Dabo's compound?
Afonye mune natake birifleta Mr. Dabo la korda.
Abirifura ya muso minkata aja maindur kabira anja kumbota ejikanto bondi kael hanin muka fenne mutano.
When I arrived,
Dr. Boni Kambalo Beku, for him Balu Yamula Motokan, Samba Dr. Cicely Clinic, Yelandije, Amura and Domoro de Danye, I asked some Dr. Stephanie Domoro de Yadina.
When Ajamai saw me, she cried. Then that was the time when she brought in hot water. She bathed me and prepared food for me. Then immediately she took me to Dr. Cicely's clinic. When I arrived at Dr. Cicely's clinic too, he also treated me very nicely. He brought food for me and I was treated.
Dr. Cicely nata pengu sabadina, ay bur kasol dina, ay bur yol dina, atrabana nol nati, anim pomol, pur kadon kanta don la kunya don.
When Dr. Cicely treated me, he gave me 3 injections. Then the food he prepared for me, I ate it, and then he went to buy some fruits for me, bananas, apples, and some other things so that I can have, so that I can eat those things.
May tara domorol kam manyana suko no nga suta fula tili fula ngole la Dr. Sizele lopita no kono nata fa yali yamba ngada na dindi ule suko no imameng.
I spent 2 days and nights at Dr. Sisa's clinic, and then I ended up pleading with them to release me. I said to them, I have kids in my home that are very young.
Do you recall where Dr. Sise's hospital was located? His clinic, sorry.
Ako foye hakilo sa muta Dr. Sisela lopitano be minte umafa ne wotumo
Kololi.
In Kololi.
So you said you spent 2 days there, you were given food, and presumably you started regaining your strength.
Ako bitu yafo ko yo tilflo men kije domoro dila wo wato lem if sufolo boyta sayla nyama ay balol damu taka bambambang.
La fobo tambalo bala ha.
That was when I started to regain my strength, yes.
And you said you decided that you had to go back to Janjanbureh because you had left very small children there.
Eko akautu moleng yenyim foyen ko purisi bula yemuru Janjanbureh katu dinglu be doyaring yewolle tu ikoma.
Ha wole keta ha.
Yes, that was what happened.
Nata moto Dr. Sizele samba suko no usin daba ya pipeline usin nata moto ufel samba fo Janjanbureh fo na suko.
Dr. Sise took me to Usenu's compound in Pipeline, and then Usenu fueled the vehicle, which now drove me to my home in Janjanbureh.
I just wanted to ask about the children that you left at home. You told us about your child, your baby that was 1 year, 1 month old. What about the other children? Do you recall how old they were at the time?
Ako yenyim foko ibita tumo be sambala tumo mena ye dindingul tu suko no be men susundi kamfango tumo be sanji killing kar killing. So dindin dolu menu bije o isa fono nyebang wuli sanji jelle soto.
Le do e sanji tanin nan, do sanji tanin woro, do sanji tanin fula, do sanji tan.
What?
Bari ma dingul dol biye wol sanji tanin say soto.
One was 14 years old, the other was 16, the other was 12, one was 10. There was also another one who was 18 years old.
You said Dr. Sise drove you to Mr. Dabo's house. At that point, did you tell either of them about Mr. Shingle Nyasi?
Ako ko Dr. Sise ye samba ayesa indikata Mr. Dabo la kordatu. Ako bari akata Sise Dr. Sise tibanga akata Mr. Dabo tibang foi single Nyasi la kuma fo yenne bang.
Ntele nga fo useni ngai nga single je otumo jahalte ka fata ngai single man fade. Ngai bi ngaje karotil mwani nani lume yembula somanda. Itata moto kama janami na ngaje NIA office akabiti kula pakito sika inata ya fadi ya bula number 8 selo kono. I
personally gave that information to Usenu Dabo. I told him that I saw Single Nyasi because at the time they were thinking that he was dead. I said to them, no, I saw him as he was going to fetch water with a bucket.
So prior to you providing that information to Mr. Usenu Dabo, Mr. Shingle's whereabouts were unknown.
Ako jani bo kibaro fola Mr. Dabo amunta aketale ko molu malo nung Single Nyasi bedame.
Ya nyini na katitara ye nyini ngai koitel mamuta.
They looked out for him and they went to inquire, but each time they were told that he was not in their possession.
So after you provided this information to Mr. Dabo, did you eventually go home to Janjanbureh?
Ako biring yenying kibaro di Mr. Dabo la ulbe kola tumolo inata say Janjanbureh bang?
Kabringa di Mr. Dabo tumo nata say Janjanbureh. Mr. Dabo tate kafa dula mi citizen radio to atataji adiamuta.
It was
ko na single be NIA office. Na chairman on be Janjanbureh. Wole yaje. Karotil mwani nani ayakaro fofo aka ayaje subala kabe jobila. NIA kefulana ye NIA masko ya lapi abe number 8 selo kono du nanyin chairman anene manfani afonye abukasila anene manfani afonye anene mandani awasata.
It was after I gave this information to Usenu Dabo that he went to Citizen FM and made this pronouncement that Single Nyasi is in the custody of the NIA because my chairperson from Janjanbureh has made that revelation to me, and this is a person who is trustworthy, who never lies, and she is reliable.
You told us that these events occurred prior to the elections in 2001.
Yenyum fonyen ko nyimbe keta wato men weyatara 2001 carte fayo bakan president carte fayo bara manke follow tumo folemba
keta wole nyama.
Yes.
After the elections in 2001, were you in any way targeted as a result of your UDP affiliation?
Akobirin carte fayo nata ke fatambita 2001 sankono fo be kola inata kudo inate normale kunyasila do nyama bang mense ke kudoti itelataro itelabulo itenoma.
Abirin carte fayo kede be le jubile sono folo no korda ya bele janjang.
After the elections, when they were jubilating, they came and dismantled all of my house.
At the
front of my house, the fence, at that time I used corrugated iron sheets to make the fence. They came there and they dismantled all of it. They mangled all the corrugates. They were throwing stones into the compound.
Who did this?
Omar Mambure na la mol APRC ko Omar de kataminya to Omar Mambure.
Omar Mambure and his APRC supporters, and he's usually the one that leads them.
So after the elections, they were jubilating and they came to your home and destroyed your home. Is that correct?
Ako carte fayo kola ni sewo nata etelniwo kontano tumole nata boyila korda kan kajetinya ko ya fote nyamin folembang.
Yes, that was what happened, and they also took all of my children and locked them up in a cell. Those that were small were put on detention. They were there with them for 3 days. When I want to go there, people will advise me and tell me not to because that I was the one that they are actually looking for. I said to them, I cannot sit down because my family, my children are with them. They kept them there for 3 days. Some were inside the cell, others were on detention. And then they released them. That was what happened.
You told us that your children were all under the age of 18, from what you've testified.
Amunda ila kumakangulu kuno yafo idingulu menu bije wotumo kabo sanje tanin sai kana we dumala idingulu la wulu sango be woltonu wotumo.
And in fact, you told us the age range was between 8 years old and 16, if I'm not mistaken.
Yenyum foko idingulu ila wulu sango kabo sanje sailon kata sanje tanin seo kanko yafu nyami. Yes.
The one that was 18 years old was working with agriculture, but then they said, let's hack him. Because if his mother does not have someone to buy rice for her, perhaps she will have a rethink and change her course. He came to the house crying, and I asked him what happened. He said, they have driven me. They said, if you did not leave the the UDP, I will not work in the government. And I said to him, well, I am farming, and I will use that to feed you. I said to them, your sustenance is in the hands of God.
So I just want to focus on your children, the ones who were taken away and detained at the police station for 3 days.
After kumafola ila dindungul la koto ye menu samba police station on to futili sabay bije.
Anindoma habije.
Plus they also took away my younger brother.
And this was in relation to Omar Mambure and APRC supporters coming and destroying your home.
Okay, it was Omar Mambure and Kulujiba who were all staunch supporters of the APRC who were responsible.
So they're the people who arrested your children?
ako fo mo kilingol le la dindingol muta bang
itellen na dindol muta ye bute ye mulimenta ye ol bute sidi sana ya bute ya kangodete.
Yes, they were the ones that took away my children. In fact, those that were a little bit matured were beaten, and they had their necks they were gagged.
Sidisane, the little one who was the one who was elder than the others was severely beaten. They in fact tried to strangle him.
Where was he beaten?
Akoye lipamintole.
Police station ye lapijele. Abri ye til sabaki ye bula lumina sidi kango be funuta. Abuka mano domono.
They were
beaten. Bari wakilita ntefa wakilita nka ogide dae ngakeke okiye nka diala.
They were beaten at the police station. They were so much so that when Sidi came out, his neck was swollen. He could not eat. So I used to prepare ogi for him and give him to eat.
And you told us that the people who were responsible were Omar Mambure, who was an NIA officer at Janjang Bure, and Kuli Jiba, who was the inspector of the police station at Janjang Bure, as well as Musa Sise. Is that correct?
Akoye nyum foko Omar Mambure memu NI80 anin kulujiba memu nyaton koti police station to jani Musa Sise nyillom ko nyaton kolti ba men yo tajire yake
nyillom nyaton kolti nyille katambi Omar katambi le ni ila juble son tantaw nyar ni futana ba ko aljantinya. These
are the people. Omar Mambure used to lead them as they drum around, and when they get to a spot, he will tell them destroy it, and Usenu Daba will come and repair it.
Do you know what position Musa Sise had at that time?
Ako fayalo ne Musa Sise be palasi jumal tunu wotumo.
Prison officer.
Musa was a prison officer.
After your children were released and you discovered that one of them had been beaten while in police custody, did you have any other interactions with any of these individuals? I'm referring to Omar Mambure, I'm referring to Musa Sise, and I'm referring to Kuli Jiba.
Ako biri dingulu muta ye kilimbute kono inate bula. Fodung wokola ninyi molu nata kusoto nyote male bang membe ko Omar Mambure Kuli Jiba ani Musa Sise.
Kuli Jiba nyolo ani Kuli Jiba woni Musa Sise ulbe banta Omar le baluring na buka diamu bari election do nata koteng yen na korda tinya mamuta bari yen na korda kote ya be janjane election fula ya wa janjane koteng.
After that, right now, Kulu is already deceased and Musa Sise is also deceased, but Omar Mambure is still alive. And apart from the 2001 election, the following elections he did the same thing, leading a group to my compound to come and destroy things in my compound. They did it more than one occasion.
What about recently? Have you been in contact with Omar Mambure?
Akunyin labang la fo dung Omar Mambure na kajele wala fo kursitam bial tema.
Nkaje kuma nama son tous ne man dunate ma ay konet ro UDP la kola. Karfula ko man to ko tam fang UDP APRC be la tamo la lantombo la risoto makati wolum fana Omar yan kuma nin toni konton la kaneng ngar rekotle a rekoto bembul.
We have no enmity between us, apart from the disagreement on party lines. In fact, 2 months ago, the APRC had a rally in Janjambure, and Omar Mambure called me by my name, and he insulted me, and I have that on record.
Can you tell us what he said, as far as you know?
Ako foy sa fonye bang ay nendro mem foy itela moyroto ay mun nendir façon
ay nendro mem fonye akotu moy nyil tataje TRRC mol tataje.
He said to me, he said that time when the TRRC people went there, I went there and I made my complaint about what happened to me in the hands of the APRC people. He said that day I went there to tell lies, that I am a liar, that I want the TRRC to give me money. But he was not afraid that wherever I wish, let me take him to. That record is with me.
Do you have any fears or concerns with regard to Omar Mambure or any of the people who came to your home?
Ako fahanimbi ye be silaring Omar Mambure la kuala le bang wala APRC kado wala modo me ya lonko isi be silaring ko fo isi no kanole wala kukela.
Masa kadu Omar kera tale ya atone kabula noa.
I am afraid. I'm afraid of Omar because he's the only one who used to come after me and he could kill me. Here I am. Before I did not know high blood, but now when I'm having high blood attacks, I cannot do anything. And all of this is because of the heartache that I have experienced.
And in fact, you provided that recording of Omar Mambure saying those things to the investigators this morning. Is that correct?
Akondung iwo Omar Mambure wala kumakangulu menu ya record ibebulu ya itandi la kisikisir la le biso manda fo lem tonyati ba.
Nga itandi ala wala mutonyati janwe kele folon tata police le makati Janjambure.
Yes, I showed them this morning, and before that I had even gone to the police at Janjambure. I gave the report there and they told me to go to the chief. I went to the chief. He asked me who was my witness. I said to him my son was there standing. But he said to me, but you know, in the side of the law, they may say that is your child. He said to me, go and bring proper evidence. But one of the children there, my nephews there was there who recorded. And that record I have.
5 o'clock
By 5 o'clock, I returned back to the chief. I said to him, you are the chief. You are our chief. I do not want to bypass you, but what Umar has done to me, I want you to listen to it. So the chief played it and listened to it. He said, Omar's issues are difficult. He said to me, I am the chief, but wherever you want to take Omar to, take him. I am the chief, but I do not go and destroy other people's compounds. It is always Omar who leads people to go and destroy other people's properties. He should leave you, he should have left you for the past 22 years.
Madam CAMARA Cisse, I note the time, so I just wanted to ask you one last question.
Madam CAMARA Cisse, nga wato jubele bari bitum lafte nyinin kala nyinin kar kilin na kotake.
You've told us about what happened to you in 2001.
Ya fonyen kolumen ketela 2001 sangokono.
Your arrest and detention at the NIA premises for about 24 days.
Ye muta ye sindi NIA la kordato kata fo tilimuani sabatu limuani nani njango yebula.
You've told us the impact that this has had on you in relation to your own health.
Ya fonyen nye batando menkela hanfo ifongola jata kende ya nasita kono.
How you had to leave your children, including a 1-year, 1-month-old baby.
Ye ila dimbaya lutukoma wolukono idingma bije me yalon kabe sanji kilin karkilin.
You also told us that your 18-year-old son was dismissed.
Yenyum fanam fanyenko idingo membe do kola seno bundala be sanji tandin say yo fanam bay ala do kola
from government service.
Ya bay man sakunda do koto.
All of this is in relation to the fact that you are UDP chairperson in Janjanbureh.
Akunyim bebe dendin ko mena wolem ka foko itolo UDP siranti oti Janjanbureh.
Is there any other impact that this has had on you and your family?
Akufo bata do bijele wala kudo bijele woye men site may nila dimbaya lu Janjanbureh je.
Apart from what I've just mentioned now.
Mem manke kuma kangol tinga men no foten saing.
I have seen difficulty, all kinds of difficulty imaginable they have inflicted on me.
Can you briefly tell us about that?
Foi sa fono nye domandindrong ye bata fasongo lumenu taki wokono de ungo nyakando se fem fono nye jeleba.
ko fo no ale jele ko katu mawma ibe mutale be yurndale be sambale be mabola ibe sila je batale te domor kala ite ji minna ibe la dimbal be hanu dammo kuran leti.
I can tell you, to be arrested and taken and put in one place where you are not able to eat, you cannot drink, and your children are also taken away, that alone is enough trouble. They'll be destroying my property, my children are little, and things became very difficult for me.
Thank you very much for appearing before the Commission and testifying. I have concluded my questions. I will hand over to Mr. Chairman if there are additional questions from the commissioners. Thank you.
Inumbara bake madam ya kata inumbara ye CDRO menke commission nyati lingula ntela nyinin karo banta janne say mbela ko sayndila commission la alfalu bulu bitu ni nyinin folbe nyinin kar sutula be nyinin kala men.
Thank you very much, Council, and thank you very much, indeed, Mrs. CAMARA Sise, for your testimony. I'm sorry that... sorry.
Chairman ko numbara bake Madam CAMARA Sise pour ye CDRO menke commission nya tilingola jang abe jaila abe numbara la ila wakilo ni CDRO kang.
I'm sorry that you had to endure such inhumane treatment in the hands of the NIA.
Ako se haketu nying keta balafati pour ye nying tajire ya jawo men taki NIA ulubulu.
I have just one quick question.
When
your children were detained for 3 days, I believe you said, was the school that they were going to aware of their detention? If they were, what did they do?
Ako ye la dindingulu muta tilisaba ibe police ako sila ibe karankan karambungu mento fodum wo karambungu fo ye kukele akoto bang wato me dindingulu muta woto
imam koko ke ibuka hanyi Omar nya APRC ibuka hanyi nya ibuka taje fam dinul buka karam.
They did nothing. In fact, they were always scared of Omar, so they are afraid of the APRC, and so they did nothing.
But were they informed, was the school informed that your children had been detained?
Ako fo karambu ni ya fwenne ko yela dindingulu mutale be police ol bulu
sila mano fo ya fo tele de bari yalla di be di nyomi kanani ni ma jele class kono inyanda nyini kala I
cannot tell whether they knew, but I am assuming that if you are teaching children and you don't see them, then the onus is on you to inquire about them.
Thank you very much, Commissioners. If you have any questions.
Madam CAMARA Sise, akoy numbara silang abe commissioner lugula la nimme nyinin kar soto isafoye.
Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Bishop Odiko, omu commissionality wala kane nyinin ka.
Thank you, Chairman.
Akoy numbara Chairman.
Madam TATA CAMARA Sise.
Ako Madam TATA CAMARA Sise.
Your 1 year, 1 month old baby
akoyla sanji kilin kar kilin dindingo
was breastfeeding
abe susu kanne wotumo
when you were detained at the NIA.
Wato me ye muta ye samba NIA ke sindije.
After your release,
was
he able to continue the breastfeeding, or was the breastfeeding automatically terminated?
Ako fobri saita dindinguna ta continue susu la le bang fodum wala ketala susu dangoti
wala ketala susu dan na ko ne susu don atebeta lala.
That was when the breastfeeding of the child was terminated, because if I wanted to continue, it would not be good for the child's health. So I began to buy supplements to breastfeed, to feed him.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Carr.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Since you
Mr. Chairman,
it's a my question is a follow-up to Bishop's question.
Since
you had to win him early, did that affect his health in any way?
That affected his health because later on he used to suffer from epileptic attacks.
Thank you. The second question is also a follow-up to Council's question because he asked you the impact of your victimization on your family. I want to know if your victimization also affected the followers of your party, since that was the reason for the victimization in the first place.
Ako numbara ala nyinin karo hanin bi tentendri langlong ako bitu ila umuto fudung ay mantora do sabu male bankatu wairi ay sabu ite male wala ila molu wa inol anim pati onolan kolu katu muto dalilo be mu waleti fa ku sabu way male bang
ay ku sabu male katu afere nga kurang soto.
Yes, it affected me because now I have a sickness.
Nini yelo emma kam patandi back.
When I have these attacks of high blood, it used to disturb me a lot. And usually it's when I recall the ordeal that I suffered in the hands of these people that I suffer these attacks of high blood.
Thank you, but what I was looking for was like you were arrested because you were a community leader. I want to know if, aside from you, whether your victimization affected other people who were also part of, I mean, your followers, for instance.
Ako ha tonya abadame nyinin kan wala nyindi wairi temu jama nyato nkoleti wotumo ila o muto ke bondi wolu nyato fo fana kusi wo molu male men ya lonko ite be wala nyato non wotumo
ay ka dol bi je kawol fana mutale ke samba di ke details
yes there were also others that were arrested and taken and detained. And some of those did not live long. They ended up dying.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Kako Inumbara, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Samba, you have the floor.
Commissioner Samba, wale kane nyininka sai.
Tata, nlafte nyininka kuma kilini.
I want to ask you one question.
Wato men na be NIA ko yitiri moni nani lekije
sabanani jangla yembula
nani jangla yebula.
When you were at the NIA, you said you spent 23 days and you were released on the 24th.
Yalo ko ibukata jonkonto ni ye komandi ibukasonne dankula foni jonkonto taye mutai ko bita jonkonto.
You said you never were allowed to go to the restroom. When you call them, they normally don't answer to you. At that time, did you not tell them that I'm here for several days and I had nothing to eat? I told them that was when they went to the prisons and brought this food. But the food that they brought from the prisons, I did not eat that one.
Okay.
The second question I want to ask you.
For dedika killing complete killing me na tata ini wo complete killing lo fotili muaning sabanani njango be funtila watu.
Was the dress that you went to prison with the same that you had for the entire 23 days until you were released on the 24th?
Niyo dedika killing lo foil embula lum handini nga bunda fa di laftala jonkonto janni mina jonkon ka monna tumando asakanama nintara pompoto don tara jonkonto tara pompoto sinna fano ku.
It was the same dress that I had. Each time I knocked the door and they took too long to come. Sometimes I even pee on myself. And then when I go to the tap, I'll take water and rinse that wrapper. And it's the same wrapper that I use to spread to perform my prayers.
Thank you very much.
Truly sorry about this, this is CAMARA. Sise, do you, Commissioner, Imam C?
Imam C, wala kane nyininka?
Madam Cissé li ma la bëgg a laaj mooy sa jafe-jafe yi nga amoon yow ak sa doom yi naka sa jëkkër itam naka la meloon ci loolu.
Madam Cissé Imam C ka be nyininka la yenyin kole ya membe taki ini la dimbayalu ikema wo ala ku atarta nyaadile
ikema yalu naman ranjoka nte bari nkiyo banta tamadula na korda je nkema be same 40 ba bari ay ntetu wo korda le kono anata kabira nata kalo dimbal la kula
I was living in the compound at Janjambure, but my husband used to stay at Same Karantaba, where my brother was living. And after the demise of my brother, that's where my husband used to be.
Thank you very much, Imam C.
Chairman Kwenumbara Imam C.
Mrs. CAMARA Sise, you have any concluding remarks to make?
Ako Mrs. CAMARA Sise, silang wairi le nyinin karo banda. Foi kuma soto le ebela fila memfola ke ngani yo yitandi mola ani be mole yamar la menna.
Be kuma soto memfola.
Yes, I have something to tell the people.
Momu we dem ndo situ no to do yele fore ya kanta.
Wherever one is, just be fair and honest and stay wherever you are. Because only death can part me with Usainu Dabo.
Office de Janjambure, Ikobara Bama UDP la Barumal. Say Alimatoni Elesono Ketamba, Jani Elesono, Nafero Katanga transfer combo Birkam.
Only one of my children are working at the NEA, but all the rest are sitting down without employment. Because all that is because they want to fight me to let me stay in poverty. But when I discovered that even that boy working at the NEA, they wanted to terminate his services, I did something and I tried to transfer him. Now he's working at Brikama. He has gone to school, he saw a list with these people and his name was in that list, the people who they wanted to dismiss from their jobs. So when he informed me, that's the time when I made plans for him to be transferred to Brikama. I'm appealing. All my children are sitting down apart from that one person who is feeding us. I'm now appealing because personally, me, I cannot do anything now because of my sickness. I am half a human being now. I'm appealing for help. Because even that one child walking, he's alone, he's the only one walking in the family. And what he provides us will not be able to feed all of us for the whole month. So what I do is I sell baobab juice plus ice so that when his money is exhausted, the little I have collected, I will also use that for the feeding. Up to this minute, all my children are sitting down without a job.
Thank you again, Mrs. CAMARA Sise.
Chairman Kokoteke Inimbara, Mrs. CAMARA Sise.
And for your appeal for some attention. Thank you again so much. Council, do we have arrangements for the next witness? We will take a break and come back to that. But if you can give me some guidance on what the plan is for the rest of the day.
We still have 2 witnesses, Mr. Chairman. Therefore, we can take the normal break, perhaps half an hour, and then start with the next witness, and then start with the other witness after the lunch break. So we're in your hands as to when exactly we come back.
Splendid. So we will take a 30-minute break. We come back at 12:20. If there isn't any further question, the meeting is adjourned. And Mrs. CAMARA Sise, thank you again so much for your testimony. Meeting is adjourned.
Chairman ko kotake inumbara bake Madam CAMARA Sise ila sede aro kang abaraka.
Da nga bëgg bagage bu baax qualité te mu ci ayib yow mi nga xamantene samp moy sa liggéey plumbing welding gardening ak carpenter bi dem leen ngeen seeti Total Shop bi moo yore bagage yu baax qualité mu ci ayib dëgër te du la sonal yow mi koy jëfandikoo ñu am fa generators hardware and lockshed power tools accessory safety product lamps bench tools measuring tools hand tools light construction equipment garden tools welding machine air tools seet si leen ñu fii ci Jimpex wala ngeen dem ca Serekunda foofu ca biir Kama Garas wala ngeen yëkkati seen téléphone jokkoo ak ñun ci number yi 788 9138 wala 795 2973 756 1212 ñun waa Total ñoo leen di jox bagage yi gën ci seen liggéey te du ngeen ci sonn benn yoon doomi réew mu baax moo ko fi def